Today, we're going to discuss the fourth Alpha 21 dev stream for 7 days. Now, we've got a lot of info to cover and no time to waste, so let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fun Pimps recently held the final Alpha 21 dev stream for 7 Days to Die. This time around, they gave the programmers a chance to showcase their goods. So today we're going to discuss what new information was revealed. So let's jump right into things, folks, with the first item on our list. Random World Generation has received some major improvements in Alpha 21. The Fun Pimps started this stream by generating a brand new 10K world. A feat which currently would take roughly 10 to 15 minutes was accomplished in Alpha 21 in only 2 minutes. This is a huge reduction in the generation time for new worlds. They also showcased the various preview quality levels. Upon generation, you can preview the new map in an impressive level of detail. It seems the Fun Pimps look to build upon the progress made to random world generation in Alpha 20. Alpha 21 takes random world generation to a whole new level. And speaking of whole new levels, let's move on to the next item on the list. The zombie dismemberment system in 7 Days to Die will be vastly expanded in Alpha 21. Most of the general population zombies will have the dismemberment system incorporated into their design. There are several locations on the zombie models where dismemberment can occur, and there are different dismemberment types for bladed weapons as well as blunt force trauma. Now, the gamer in me absolutely loves this new dismemberment system. This is a zombie game after all, and therefore it should contain a gore factor. The YouTuber in me, however, is a little nervous about this change. YouTube frowns upon excessive gore, which means I'm sure I'll be seeing that yellow dollar sign of sadness much more often. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's time for a bit of a victory dance, ladies and gentlemen. A while back, the Fun Pimps announced a new model for the Forge, coming in Alpha 21. Initially, the only difference between the Alpha 20 Forge and the Alpha 21 Forge was the size. The Alpha 21 Forge was simply bigger. That's it. So I reported on this change in a manner befitting such a monumental announcement. I created a parody commercial mocking such a silly and pointless change. Well, it seems the Fun Pimps may have gotten that message. During the stream, they showcased a very recent change made to the Forge and Workbench. These workstations are now dynamic. This means that the Forge has one model initially. However, that model changes once you add the various tools to the Forge. Add a bellows to your Forge, and the model changes to show the bellows. Add an anvil to your Forge, and the model changes to show the anvil. And the same holds true for the Crucible. Workstations also have a new working indicator. For instance, the new Workbench model has this little lamp, which will light up while the workbench is busy crafting items. Now, the workstations do still operate basically in the same way. At least by making them dynamic, there is some justification to the size change. Now, can I say with 100% certainty that it was my video that caused this change to be made? No. But is that going to stop me from taking a little bit of a victory lap here? Absolutely not. It just goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, keep asking those questions, keep voicing your opinions, and raising your concerns, because every once in a while, the Fun Pimps actually get the message. The Fun Pimps showcased the new vehicle damage system. While we did get our first glimpse of this system in Dev Stream number 1, Dev Stream number 4 spent much more time on this change. Vehicles will once again deal damage to the zombie jerks. However, they will also receive massive amounts of damage as well. When discussing this change previously, I said it could be really cool, but it could also be really bad, and that was dependent on one main factor: balancing. How punishing would the new damage system be? The damage received needs to be enough to punish carelessness, but not so much as to turn vehicle maintenance into a chore. This stream just reignited my concern that it would indeed be the latter. While it is fair to point out that the Fun Pimps were intentionally trying to disable their vehicles, and players would probably be much more careful in a regular gameplay scenario, the amount of damage received and the speed at which vehicles were disabled is definitely cause for concern. This new vehicle damage system will require extensive testing on release. Oh, and one more thing. Fun Pimps, stop with the realism arguments. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't claim the vehicle damage changes were made for realism purposes while simultaneously making unrealistic changes elsewhere, such as the drinking water rebalance. That realism argument falls flat and comes off as completely disingenuous. Now, speaking of water, let's move on to the next item on our list. Character movement in water has been improved. Swimming now appears much more natural and fluid. Running out of stamina while swimming will cause the character to sink in water. And if you stop swimming, your character will sway with the flow of the current. Character movement in water and water behaviors in general have needed some attention for quite a long time. It is definitely nice to see that Alpha 21 will start to address this issue. In Alpha 21, zombies will become even bigger jerks than they already are. They will now eat your animal kills. Meaning, if you are not careful, you could spend hours tracking, hunting, and killing game only to have that kill stolen by the zombie jerks. They will completely devour animal corpses and rob you of that oh so precious meat. So while out hunting, make sure the area is clear before taking down that animal, or harvest that kill immediately so you don't get interrupted by a thieving zombie jerk. During Dev Stream number 4, the Fun Pimps showcased a couple of brand new developer tools. Now keep in mind that these tools can only be obtained from the creative menu in debug mode. The first tool is the Dev Grenade, which causes massive block damage. It was used to showcase the new destruction physics added in Alpha 21. The second developer tool is the Terrain tool, which can be used to sculpt the world. Custom POI creators are going to love this new tool. Lathan showcased some changes coming to the Twitch integration system. And to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't care less. I'm personally not a fan of the Twitch platform, and it is blatantly obvious why the Twitch integration system was created in the first place. The sole purpose behind this system is to entice streamers to stream the game, thus getting 7 Days to Die in front of as many many eyeballs as possible, increasing the likelihood of selling more copies. And that's it. While I'm sure there are plenty of viewers that enjoy the interactive gameplay experience, and streamers are always on board for more revenue options, the vast majority of 7 Days to Die players will never utilize this feature. So having your lead developer spend so much of his time and effort working on a system that the majority of players will never touch says quite a lot about the priorities of the Fun Pimps. This dev stream, like the others, was kind of a mixed bag. There were some features that looked cool and were kind of exciting, while others were quite concerning and merely increased the apprehension level. Needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, there are several aspects that will require attention once Alpha 21 is officially released and we get to try it out for ourselves. I, for one, am truly looking forward to doing just that. But for now, this is Savin saying thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll catch you in the next one.